Shouldn't be any conviction against me because I didn't know seriously. Now I find out, like, after this happened, I find out I should talk to lawyer.
Can we go somewhere to interview you right now?
You cannot interview me right now. I will never interview. You have to, it's accusation. You guys know it's accusation. You have to interview the guy who accused me, not who got accused.
But sir, with great respect, you were found guilty. You said you wanted to blow up every synagogue in Toronto.
I cannot talk to you, and you're not allowed to be even close to my restaurant. How you come there? Who allow you to come there? Who asked you to come there?
Sir, you have a restaurant that is open to the public. David Menzies for Rebel News here in Newmarket, Ontario. And folks, I'm standing outside the Menzies shawarma restaurant. It's part of a franchise chain. And as you can see, there is shawarma, wraps, falafel, and salads on the menu. But at this particular location, there's also kind of a unique side dish, and that would be terrorism. And by that, folks, I speak of 42-year-old Wasudin Akbari, who was recently convicted of 2 hate-related charges vis-a-vis uttering threats. And it's a heck of a story. Mr. Akbari, a year ago this month, was at an Aurora BMW franchise, and he got into a discussion about buying a car, and he let it slip that his dream is to bomb every synagogue in Toronto. And allegedly, he thought he could speak freely about that because Mr. Akbari, he was born in Kabul, Afghanistan, moved to Pakistan when he was 8 years old, and the salesman had a Pakistani-sounding surname, so he assumed that he'd be down with the jihad. Well, I guess this gives new meaning to the saying, don't judge a book by its cover, and good for that salesman for blowing the whistle. In any event, his sentencing will be in May. As of now, he's a free man. Now, we went into the restaurant to see if Mr. Akbari could come on camera for an interview. Surprisingly, he hasn't been all that media shy in the last few days. He has been giving interviews to mainstream media. We were told that, he left town 2 days ago, and the person behind the counter did not know when he's coming back. What he told mainstream media is that it was all a misunderstanding, that the person who accused him is lying. Certainly the court didn't think so. Certainly the York Regional Police Service thought his comments met the benchmark of hate speech. And it's a shame we can't see what he has to say, but it has been reported that he wasn't talking about synagogues, he was talking about closing down casinos. That kind of gives me the shakes, because what is Mr. Akbari's definition of closing down? Is it by getting a foreclosure notice on the casino, or bombing it to kingdom come? He also stated that he doesn't even know what a synagogue is. Frankly, folks, I find that very, very hard to believe indeed. But folks, when you look at the court documents, it paints a very different and chilling picture. Mr. Akbari allegedly said back on March 4th, 2024, to the salesman he was dealing with, quote, "I'm going to plant a bomb in every synagogue in Toronto and blow them up to kill as many Jews as possible. I'll make sure those attacks are filmed and posted online so the world can see what I've done."
It's accusation, actually. The guy accused me. I don't know what synagogue even. I never said those stuff.
Why would he say that, though?
It's because maybe he didn't sell me the car or something. I'm not sure. I respect the judge's decision, but I'm not agree with their decision at all.
And, you know, folks, it's very chilling, I think, that this fellow is a free man as he awaits sentencing in May. I say that because this restaurant, it's right next door to a secondary school. Across the street, directly across the street from us, is a place of worship. Thankfully, it's not a synagogue. It is a gospel hall. But it seems to me a degree of leniency here. I think it's outrageous that the only charges were uttering threats. That's about as low in the criminal benchmark as you can go. How do you feel about this individual, Mr. Akbari, having this fantasy that he openly uttered about bombing every synagogue in Toronto?
Well, you know, that's insane, actually, because, like, imagine a Jewish guy will come to somewhere, place, and say, like, oh, I'm gonna bomb, I'm gonna threat every mosque, I'm gonna, like, come on, that's insane.
And the second thing, folks, I think this is another indicator of how state-sanctioned official multiculturalism that was first brought in 1971 by Justin Trudeau's father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, how it is an abject failure. And by that I mean the unspoken contract was this: you can come to our country, you can pursue the Canadian dream, you can take advantage of all our social programs, but here's your end of the bargain. You obey the law. You behave yourself. You don't import age-old hatred into our great dominion. But as we've seen in the past 17 months, where chants for genocide ring out across our great dominion on every weekend, that's an indicator, I think, of our failed multiculturalism. I think this individual saying such odious, repulsive statements is also an indicator of our failed multiculturalism system. Anyways, I am going to reach out to the franchisor of Menzies. They're based in Mississauga, Ontario. Well, folks, just as my cameraman Maurizio and I were about to leave for another assignment, lo and behold, a call came into my cell phone, and it was indeed Mr. Akbari. We recorded most of that call. Here, check it out and tell me, does this make sense to you?
Hi. It's actually I got a call from the store that you guys are in the store coming there for what?
Oh, yes. Hi, sir. My name is David Menzies, and I'm with Rebel News. And I was hoping to interview you about these charges that you were convicted on.
Who allow you to come there?
I'm sorry, sir. What do you mean?
Who allow you to come there? Who allow you to come into business?
Oh, I was just seeking your side of the story, sir.
I would never comment on your thing, okay? You should never ever go there, and you should never take any video or any post or anything in the restaurant.
But sir, I wanted to get your side of the story about...
You should call me, and you should call my lawyer.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. Can we go somewhere to interview you right now?
You cannot interview me right now. I will never interview. You have to, it's accusation. You guys know it's accusation. You have to interview the guy who accused me, not who got accused.
But sir, with great respect, you were found guilty. You said you wanted to blow up every synagogue in Toronto.
I cannot talk to you, and you're not allowed to be even close to my restaurant.
Well, sir, we're on a public sidewalk. You know, there's no crime being committed. We're in a public place.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to be there to make this to affect my business. You know what you're doing, right? You're affecting the business. You're destroying somebody's life.
No, sir. I went in there to see if you could come on camera and be interviewed, and that's part of my due diligence.
You have to ask permission for that, right?
Well, yes, I would have asked permission from you if you were there, sir.
But no, before coming, how you come there? Who allow you to come there? Who asked you to come there?
Sir, you have a restaurant that is open to the public. Anyone
not
off
to
the...
reporters, right? Not to who can destroy somebody's business.
It is not my intention to destroy your business. We were in there for probably less than a minute, and it was simply to see if you were available to come on camera for an interview, sir.
No, because I can see the camera. I have a camera in my phone. You guys are picturing, taking, making videos, and my lawyer told me that give them my number and let them to talk to me. You have to talk to my lawyer.
Okay, sir, can you text me your lawyer's name and number?
I will text you now, and just I don't want you to be there, even close.
Well, sir, you're in a strip plaza with about a dozen businesses here. I don't know what you mean by not being close. Do you mean not even be in the plaza?
Friend, please, you guys have to know the truth and then do these things, right? You know how it's gonna affect somebody's life because of this, right?
Well, sir,
that, right?
Sir, you're making my point. This is precisely why I want your side of the story. You're saying you didn't want to blow
My
up
side of the story, there is no comment in my side of his story. My lawyer already knows, and everybody knows it's accusation, and they will fight for it.
So it seems that Mr. Akbari has gone from playing the victim card, it was all a misunderstanding, etc., to now being somewhat of a bully, telling us that we're not allowed to be anywhere near his restaurant. Well, we're standing on a public sidewalk. As you can see, there are several businesses here in this strip plaza. So he really has a warped understanding, I think, of Canadian law. We couldn't help but notice in the restaurant there is a slogan for the chain, and it reads as following, quote, "Canadian beauty is in its diverse mix of cultures," end quote. Yeah, but it looks like with some of the franchisees, there are certain cultures that, well, they're not all that beautiful. They really should be eradicated. Unbelievable. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Well, folks, have you had it up to here with people taking to the streets, chanting genocide, supporting terrorism? And a lot of these people are not even Canadian citizens. They're here on visas. They're international students. If that's the case, time to pack your bags and get out of town. Please go to our website, deporthamas.com. That's deporthamas.com. Sign the petition, and we'll let those in power know that this kind of behavior is completely unacceptable, and these people must go.